Good evening, guys. Welcome to this channel, and thank you for clicking. Thank you for clicking here, guys. I don't take it for granted. Granted. Whenever I see people check on me, and that's why I have to always think of you and even speak to you, even when I'm not very able. Right now, I'm lying on the seat, as you can see. I'm very exhausted, guys, and I said I'm gonna speak to my people. Though I'm lying on the seat, I have to speak to you guys. Look at my shining face. What happened is that I went out on a mission, and I'm very sunburned. You know, my skin doesn't like that very hot sun, so it happened that I burnt my skin so much in the sun today because I had errands to run, and it was very hot. So what I've done when I got home is to just take a shower and try to treat my face with who knows what, shea butter, and that's why I'm very shiny. Checking on you guys. Welcome to this channel. How have you been? How was your day? In this country we are burning hot. This is in Kenya. We are burning hot. There is a lot of heat, guys, and if you have something to do in the day, then you are not very lucky, because the sun is very hot, very hot. So but life has to continue. It is what it is. You have to continue. Life has to continue. So you have to go out there and run errands. If it means making money, if you don't make money, how will you survive? So you have to go out there in the sun and do what you can, and that is what I was doing during the day. Then I hurt my foot, and when I did, that's why you see I'm lying on the seat, guys. I'm in some pain on the foot, on the leg, and I'm feeling like I just need to stretch my foot, my leg on the seat, on the sofa. So guys, it's been long since we discussed some issues, and today I have an issue that I wanted to discuss with you before it's very late. By the way, this is 7:30 in the night, and this subject is a subject of respect. We have to discuss this, guys, because the elderly have to be respected, guys. There is some language that you cannot speak when there is an elder person near you. Have you ever entered a public service vehicle and sat next to some people that are speaking a language that is surely you just wonder, are these people turning their heads and seeing who is next to them? That is what happened. I entered a public service vehicle, and I sat next to some people, a lady and a man. And guys, let me tell you, the way the bus has got 2 seats on this side and 2 seats on the other side. I was just directly opposite them. So you can imagine these people are not even speaking in low tones. They were speaking very loudly, and the subject was not a subject that should be discussed in a public service place. Now, why I talked about the elderly is because the person who was seated next to me was a very elderly lady. And guys, elderly, and I could see that lady just looking at them, winking, not winking, stealing glances at them as they spoke their language. And guys, it was very uncomfortable to ride in that public service vehicle, until I said some of these things no one discusses them, because you mind your own business. And I think it is important to tell people that in a public service place, those that do not know, because there are those that do not know, it's good to not just discuss anything and everything. It is good to hold on and maybe speak some of these things when you are just the two of you in your space. Because why wouldn't it wait? Actually, the people are talking about, it's not it was like they were blaming each other on their I think they were separated. They were once a couple, but they separated. So they were talking like, but those days you are the one who used to come late at night and they could use that language, and I don't know how that body of yours is. It just wanted to be taken out there to do things, and then they could say those things in the completing the sentence in those wordings, and it was very, very uncomfortable. Then the other one was saying, yeah, you used to be younger, and now you thought that you could torment me with your many girlfriends, and all that was said. And then at times, because they were now like coming back to maybe mend their ties, they could laugh and fall on each other, and hit one another, like slapping one another out of happiness. And guys, the language was very unpalatable, guys. I didn't like it in a public service space, and I could see the ladies seated next to me feeling very uncomfortable because they could use those words. You think if you denied me that happiness, I would die? Am I not still alive up to now? And that happiness was mentioned as in word to word. Guys, you are grown-ups here, and you can understand the language I'm speaking here. And guys, I don't know if these people are drunk, and I'm suspecting they were drunk, because there's some language you cannot speak in a public service space. It doesn't matter whether it is in a vehicle or where, but so long as it is a public space, you have to mind your language. Now, this idea of people getting drunk during the day, and also entering in public service places and speaking languages that make others very uncomfortable, I don't think it is very, very, very wise. And it is I always say that the beginning of wisdom, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. When you fear God, you become wise. I did not think that these people have any fear of God, depending on the language they were using. And then it means they were stupid. If you don't fear God, you are stupid. Then it means you don't have wisdom. So if you don't have wisdom, then you are stupid. And that is why you go speaking a language that is very, very unpalatable, and a language that is very, very, very immoral, if I should say that, because you don't even mind the surroundings, the people that are listening to what you are saying, and that is not right. If you fear God, you'll be wise. And that is why I always say, in everything I talk about the fear of God as being the beginning of wisdom. So guys, we were treated to a very long journey when it was just a ride of about 40 minutes. We were treated to a ride that, to me, it was like a whole day, because I was asking what time I would arrive and get out of that public service vehicle and just have my peace, because there are some things even your eyes don't need to see. And I'm telling you, the conductor of that bus was also looking at us and looking at them at the same time. But you see, you don't have any reason, you don't have any power to remove a passenger, so as long as they are paying their bus fare. You cannot remove them from your vehicle and tell them to step out, or tell them to shut up, or not to discuss what they were saying, So the conductor was also very uncomfortable, but he had nothing to do. So guys, this is the way it was, and I decided when I get home, I'll just shower, and then I discuss this with you. Maybe it will reach the ears of somebody, and somebody will tell another that there is a language that should be discussed in a public service area, as public service space, and there is a language that should be restricted or stopped, stopped out there, because it is not a language that people would want to hear. So guys, that is very important to me. It may sound like it's not important to other people, but guys, it was very uncomfortable ride that I took, and I did not enjoy it, I can tell you for sure. Have you ever been in such a situation? Guys, if you have been, you know what I'm talking about. I pray that people may watch their tongues, and also mind the people that sit next to them when they're in those public areas. So guys, please subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in the next one.